Florida Congressman Brian Mast, member of the House Foreign Affairs Committee, is here. Congressman, welcome. Thanks. Glad to have you on set. Great to have you be here. I think we can all agree that this is a political move. We can all agree it's not going to do anything really to secure the border, right? Fair?
I would agree.
Okay, you agree with both of those. Will it do enough, though, and I think this is the question, that it's going to change the numbers of people coming across enough so that when voters here in September and October, the border numbers are way down, it's going to be enough to help Joe Biden on this issue?
No, and I think you're asking a question in an appropriate way. Is polling the authority that he was looking for to secure the border? I think that's part of what you're asking. Is it enough in the end to garner some kind of support? Hey, you did something on the border. He's looking at polling. And the fact of the matter is, I think people do see this isn't the first time he's taking border action. He can't run away from the fact that border action was his campaign promise to undo everything that was Trump border policies. Right. That was going to be his action. He did it. He was warned about it. These are the results. Now he's paying the cost, and polling is giving him his new authority.
You represent Florida, which is not technically a border state, at least the border with Mexico. You're from Michigan, as I am. It's a border state with Canada, where we don't have a huge problem of folks coming across the northern border yet. But in all of these states, people will tell you when you poll them, independents as well, and some Democrats, that immigration is a huge issue. What has immigration become a proxy for that voters are saying is important to them?
Cost, debt, where your tax dollars are going, waste, fraud, and abuse, because when you're looking at the border, it's so in your face that you're seeing somebody come across that's not from your country, that's going to say, okay, we're going to pay for their food, we're going to pay for their lodging, we're going to pay for their transportation, we're going to pay for their legal fees while they're being adjudicated for the asylum that they're probably not eligible for, and we're going to pay for other things. And then we're going to see them on social media and Instagram and TikTok in other cities, trashing places or bogging down the schools or the
hospitals, infrastructure,
it might be.
Roads, everything else. No, look, it has become a nationwide problem. Every town is a border town. This, I thought, was an interesting statistic. Mexico is now stopping more migrants from entering the United States. 280,000 stopped by Mexico in March. 189 stopped in March of last year. In 2023, Mexico stopped 100,000 per month. This was NBC News pointing out that Mexico is now starting to really crack down here. How much of that do you think is because they would much prefer Joe Biden as president than Donald Trump as president?
I look at it more as self-preservation. I think that the presidency, full disclosure, goes to Donald Trump. I chair his veterans campaign, right? That's my disclosure. I chair his veterans campaign. But when you look at that and the self-preservation for Mexico, policies will change under a President Trump, and they don't want to be caught flat-footed on that. They probably don't want to be in a situation again where they have President Trump come in day one and say, listen, if you don't do this tomorrow, tariffs are going to this. And if it takes you more than 12 hours, then tariffs are going up another 10%. And if it takes 36 hours, it's going up another 10%. They don't want to be in that situation again.
Fair enough. Congressman, it's good to see you. Thank you very much.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.